I stop. I swap.
Whoa, whoa, baby, poke it out, poke it out, poke it out.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing the New Orleans Saints versus Chicago Bears preview and predictions. I'm excited about this one. Should be a good game. The game is tomorrow at 3:25 or 4:25, depending on which region in the country you live, and should be nationally televised for the right half of the United States of America. So if you live anywhere near Louisiana, unless you're on the left side of it, you should be pretty good to watch this game. It's on TV where I am. I might do something pretty interesting this week, guys. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I'm going to ask you guys ahead of time. Should I stream my live reaction to the game? I feel like that would be a pretty fun thing to do, but I haven't done it yet because I usually watch the games upstairs with the family, whatever. But this game is just one that I could be able to stream, and I could stream others down the road. I'm just asking you guys ahead of time, would you like to see that? But until then, until tomorrow, until you guys make that decision for me, let's go ahead and talk about the New Orleans Saints versus Chicago Bears as a game. Let's hop straight into this preview and predictions episode. So the first thing that we're going to go over, of course, as always, is the injury report for this game. The New Orleans Saints will be missing 3 players: Michael Thomas, Marquez Callaway, 4 players actually, Emmanuel Sanders and Nick Easton. Not a good look. Our receiving core is a bit diminished, but I still think we have what it takes to have a chance to get things done in Chicago. Look at Chicago Bears. Eddie Jackson is questionable. Khalil Mack is questionable. Defensive back Sherrick McManus is questionable. Cordarrelle Patterson is questionable. Allen Robertson was doubtful but has been cleared from concussion protocol to play this week. And then you have Cody Whitehair, who is out as well, an offensive lineman for Chicago. So both teams have some pretty significant injuries. We still don't know half of the designations for Chicago. Some of these dudes could roll out, some of these dudes couldn't. But either way, I don't think they're going to be 100% ready to go. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting one. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the preview and predictions and go over what I think is going to happen in this game. Which hospital patient of a team will take victory in Chicago this week? It's like every single week with this team, I have to do something as a joke that has to do with a medical institution. It's ridiculous. The Saints have been cursed yet again. We've seen this before. First, it was the lose in the final seconds curse that lasted for damn near a decade. Then it was the referee curse, which lasted for a few years and still could be ongoing right now. I mean, that penalty differential looking quite nasty. And now it's the we can't play a completely healthy game because the player who steps up in the absence of someone else who has been injured gets injured themselves, and it's just a repeating cycle of injuries. That's the new curse. It's ridiculous. Even though we have a holy name, for some reason, God still hates this team. It's ridiculous. The curses are insane. We have a stiff opponent this week to face in Chicago, the Chicago Bears. It's looking pretty tough. The high for weather in Chicago on Sunday is 38 degrees Fahrenheit, so it will prove to be extremely different than what the Saints are used to playing in. Playing in New Orleans, dome or not, would feel 1,000 times better than playing in 38 degrees in the Windy City. The Bears may not have home field advantage because of fans, but they definitely have home field advantage based on that ridiculous forecast. Look, let's go ahead and look at these teams and study them a little bit because there's a lot to unpack here. It's weird because even though they're so different, these teams aren't that different. Like, they're different, but they both have their struggles, and it's almost like a complete flip polar opposite of each other. It's so weird. Let's go ahead and look into it. So the Saints are ranked 7th in the league as far as scoring offense goes. We're putting up 30 points per game. And you know what? You want to know what's crazy about putting up 30 points per game at this point in the season? There's only been one game, which was week 1, where Michael Thomas has been on the field. Because of that, there's only been one game this year where Michael Thomas and our our star wide receiver acquisition in Emmanuel Sanders have been on the field at the same time, which has proved to be a bit of a kick in the nuts, and we really need that back. Michael Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders will be a filthy duo. We have been a revolving door of wide receivers this year, and we've had nothing but injury and adversity to overcome in that department, yet we've still managed to do it and score 30 points per game. Also, don't forget that Alvin Kamara and Latavius Murray are the best running back duo in the league, period. I don't want to hear any debate about it. Our defense, on the flip side, also ranked top 7th in the league in total defense and in rush defense as well. I know that may sound shocking, but when you take all of the stupid-ass penalties out of the equation, the defense is good. And if you go a little bit deeper and take out the one blown coverage that happens at least once a game, the defense is even better. If there's a week to shape up defensively, this would be it, because Michael Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, and Marquez Callaway will not be playing. What do I mean by shape up? Control the controllables. Literally, all you have to do is stop committing penalties and stop missing assignments, Marcus Williams. That's it. And we would be a dominant defense in this league. We just need to do that. We've been taking steps kind of in the right direction. Let's hope we can do that again against the Chicago Bears, because when our offense has the potential to struggle, we need to be able to back them up. Speaking of not being able to back things up, this team in Chicago is one of the best defensive teams in the league, okay? One of the best. But they have absolutely zilch offense to help them out. It's ridiculous. Last week in their 24-10 loss to the Rams, their offense got outscored by their defense. Their defense scored 7 when the offense only scored 3. That is ridiculous and should never happen ever. Another good thing about the Chicago Bears defense is that they are devastating against the pass. They are second ranked in the NFL in completion percentage allowed and third in yards per pass attempt allowed. They allow a 58.3 completion percentage on average and only 6.6 yards per pass attempt. Drew Brees could have a tough day missing all of those weapons against this Chicago Bears secondary. Sadly for Chicago, though, I'd still take Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, Latavius Murray, and Jared Cook over whatever the hell they have going on the offensive side of the ball in Chicago. The amount of injuries on the offensive side of the ball for New Orleans still somehow leaves behind a better offense than the one in Chicago. It's pretty bad. Sure, Allen Robinson is cleared to play from the concussion protocol, but they had him last week for that 24-10 defeat against the Los Angeles Rams. I think that the New Orleans Saints defense can stop Nick Foles in this matchup, and that's all you have to do. Chicago has the worst, literally the worst rushing attack in the league, only averaging 86 yards per game. It hasn't been good. Their offense has been stagnant, and when you stop Nick Foles, they have nothing else to turn to. After holding Mike Davis to 12 yards also, I don't think we really have to worry much about David Montgomery having an explosive game. The New Orleans Saints' near 50-game streak of not allowing a 100-yard rusher continues, so if we take Nick Foles out, this game is over. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. This is a good matchup for the New Orleans Saints, I believe. Literally, all we have to do is put up more points than the worst offense I've seen in a minute. And that is not including the Jets and shit like that. If you're a pathetic team, you're a pathetic team. But this Chicago Bears squad is 5-2. There's a horrific offense. All we have to do is put up more points than them. They have a really lackluster run defense. Alvin Kamara and Latavius Murray could take advantage of that, and we still have weapons in the passing game. So I just think that the New Orleans Saints have the edge here. I'm giving them a 27-20 victory over the Chicago Bears, saying that the New Orleans Saints advanced to 5-2. But, of course, there's no way to see it until we see it. So, with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you boys in the next one. Adios.
Zero gravity falling. Like I'm jumping on a trampoline.